Hey, welcome Hobby Extreme fans. We've got a treat today. I'm standing here with Dan Landis, one of the team pilots for Boomerang RC. And Dan, you've been flying for a long time, haven't you?
I have, basically my entire life. As long as I can remember, I've been flying.
Now, you told me you were like this high when you started flying professionally.
That's the first time I got sponsored, yes. I was 8 or 9 years old and flew Team JR at that point and moved around a little bit, and back with Team JR for a radio sponsor and working at Boomerang Jets.
Yeah, and you guys have some awesome new products.
Yes, we do.
You've been coming out with some great stuff. Matter of fact, I've got to say, you're starting to bring people into the jet market. Absolutely. Is that accurate?
It is. We start at the trainer jets, get you your first experience, get your feet wet there, and we've just released some full-on composite, high-performance sport jets, all the way up to thrust vectoring. So it's some pretty cool new stuff.
So you started people into the jet hobby, and now you're able to grow with Boomerang.
Correct.
If you wanted to get into some 3D jet flying, which
you can do all of that.
You've seen
Absolutely.
that. It's insane, right?
Yep.
Do you do 3D jet flying yourself?
Still learning it. It's all new with the new jets, but yeah, having some fun with it and spinning and flipping and hovering.
Man, and you're a full-scale pilot too, aren't you?
That is correct.
Yep.
Yes.
So how long have you been flying full-scale?
My first flight was when I was 6 months old. I had a baby seat in the co-pilot seat of our 182, and
nice.
Soloed that on my 16th birthday, licensed 17th birthday, instrument all the way up to CFI.
Nice. So you're a CFI as well?
I am a CFI, yes.
Do you stay current?
I am.
Oh, so you train still, or you just keep it current?
It's more for fun. I do some warbird training, and I do biennials and that sort of stuff.
Very cool. Well, Dan, let's talk a little bit about your new products.
Sure.
Right? Because we saw you kind of teasing a little bit on the website, saying that you had some new, well, for instance, thrust vectoring, right?
We do. So we've got 3 new models. We've got the new Atom right here, which does have thrust vectoring. It's an incredible sport jet, fully composite. We're going to have 4 different color schemes. So we've got the orange and blue. There's going to be a pink and blue, a green and purple, and a red, white, and blue. Full thrust vectoring if you want to use it. If you don't, you can easily pull the unit off and save some weight there. Don't need to use it if you don't want it. And then you've got a great F3S model, which I plan to use my next one for F3S here. Just a fantastic all-around airplane.
What size is this? Is this can this do a 102, or are you doing a 140 and above?
It can fly on a 102 and it'll be fine. We're really shooting for the 120 to 140 for your sport, and if you want to hover, you're going to be a 160.
160 to hover, right?
Yep.
So what's the weight of the model?
It's about 22 pounds, 23 pounds, depending on how you outfit it, but that range.
So right there in the 140 range is going to give you almost a 1-to-1.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay, very good. And you've been flying this one personally, haven't you?
I've been flying this one. I've got about 3 flights on this one. The original prototype, I've got a lot more flights on, and that one's in the car. It's in a different color scheme. But yeah, we've been flying a lot.
Now, what comes with the model itself? Obviously, you're not going to get the turbine. That's
so with this model, you're going to get the composite fuel tank. You're going to get the thrust tube with the vector unit already attached and installed to the pipe. If you want to take it off, it's 2 simple C-clips and 2 pins, real quick and easy. Your landing gear and the brakes.
Okay. Very good. And this is electronic landing gear, electric landing gear, electric brakes.
It is electric gear and brakes. It's going to be $33.99 plus shipping.
Wow, for a full composite thrust vectoring bird.
Correct.
Not a bad price point.
Not at all.
Wow, okay. Did you just say free shipping?
No, I did not.
Oh, I thought you said free shipping.
Plus shipping.
Only for Hobby Extreme. No.
That was good. That was good.
Today only.
Today only. That's right. All right, let's move on, Dan, because you know what I'm really excited about? I saw something that had canards on it. Where's that thing?
That's out here. Come on out and take a look at our new composite J10. So here we've got the all-new, again, all-composite J10. It's got the canards up front, as you already mentioned. It also has thrust vectoring in the tail.
Does it really?
It does. Comes with the thrust vector unit, the electric retracts with the brakes, and the composite fuel tank down inside. This airplane on the bench, no fuel, 17 pounds.
Really?
So 85 will fly it. 102 is going to be fun. 130, 140, you're going to hover and go straight up.
Wow. Now, this is an awesome paint scheme. I mean, I just love this, but is this standard or?
So this is one of 3 color schemes. We're going to have this scheme. We're going to kind of flop the red and the dark silver here. And then we'll have the third one that's going to be a camouflage scheme for the scale guys that want to be able to fly it 3D and have fun, but also go to the scale meets with their jet.
Fantastic. Now, what's the price point of this one?
So this one is $22.99.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Full composite.
Yep.
Yeah, what's landing gear? What's included in that price point?
So it's going to be the landing gear, the thrust vector unit, and your fuel tank.
Okay.
Now, every airplane that has canards can really cobra really well. How does this do?
Oh, this does fantastic.
Yeah?
And if you want a blistering roll rate,
Yep.
it's just out of sight with that as well.
Is it really?
Yes, sir.
Wow, fantastic. All right, Dan, I got into Boomerang because I loved the Ranger.
You did. And
Okay.
we've seen it. And
Yes.
now I've got the new Ranger for you right here. The all composite.
Really? Let's take a look at that.
That was the third one we were going to talk about. So this one is now all composite, single piece fuselage,
Wow.
quick release canopy, skin hinged. The only standard hinges are going to be the 3 on your rudder that are going to need to be glued. This is perfect with the 102. It will fly with with an 85 to a 120.
Dan, they've been stuffing 140s in these things.
They have been. They
What do
seem
you
to
think
be
about
doing
that?
great. If
Yeah.
you're having fun and you're not blowing it up, that's great.
Yeah.
We go to a 120, but people are having a great time with the 140s.
So the load limits on obviously a full composite wing is going to be much higher.
Correct.
Right? So you're going to be able to pull more G's.
Absolutely.
Because we've seen a couple Rangers pop their wings, of course, right? When they're coming in real fast.
Well, that's why we limit to 120.
That's
and the
right.
guys go above and beyond. And
They
there's
do
nothing we
go
can
above
do
and
there.
beyond. But
Yep.
but you took the call and said, okay, fine, we're going to make it composite.
That's it.
And now we have a composite Ranger.
Exactly.
Dan, what's the price point on the new composite Ranger?
I want to say it's $23.99 if I remember correctly.
Okay. Very nice. And you have several color schemes in this too. 3, I think,
So it's
right?
going to be 2 in this. So we're
2?
going to have the yellow and red, and then a red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue.
Yes, sir.
Wow, fantastic. Dan, this
Let
is
me correct myself. I'm sorry. The J10 was $29.99.
$29.99.
Yes, I apologize for the misspeak there.
Well, that's okay, because I already caught it on camera, so I get it for
you did.
$23.99. But now, everybody, this is fantastic. I noticed is that a pitot tube?
So it is, and that's actually what we use to hold the nose cone on. And underneath the nose cone is the battery hatch.
Really?
Is where the batteries live. So that's where your batteries go. And to hold the cone, to hold the cone on, we just thread the pitot tube right onto the front there.
Now, can it be functional? Or is
No,
it,
that's not a functional tube.
Okay, all right. I wonder if you can make it one though.
I'm sure somebody can if they wanted to go to that extreme.
Yeah.
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 Somebody creative.
Yeah, exactly. You could do it.
So Dan, what's next for Boomerang? Obviously, you started getting people into the market.
We did.
Right? You had a great price point. You started offering, you had some people like Chris Barton offering full builds.
Yep, and he's
for around
still
$7,000.
offering them on all the airplanes.
And he's still offering them.
I don't know what his pricing will be on the new airframes, but he's going to do them as well.
Yeah, and now you're getting people from the intro jet
All the way up.
all the way up.
Go and have fun, and we've got more stuff coming.
Wow,
No, I'm not telling you yet.
Oh, come on, Dan. Look, this is Hobby Extreme.
I know. Hey, you were one of the first people to see the composite Ranger.
I was. And guess what? We do have a little bit of a surprise.
You do.
Dan, what did I buy from you?
You bought that very first prototype composite Ranger.
I did, didn't I?
You did.
Yes, I did. And I get to actually put that in the Hobby Extreme. You guys are going to see that at home. We're going to paint that up in the Hobby Extreme colors. We're going to represent Boomerang RC.
Fantastic.
And we love what you do, Dan.
Thank you.
Guys are doing a fantastic job. Are we going to get to see you fly at all today?
Well, if the sky clears up a little bit, we're planning to fly the Superlon and the Atom at the noon demos.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Dan, thank
been a
you so
pleasure.
much.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Excellent.
Dan Landis, Boomerang RC.
Dan,